Well, the Flash may be the fastest thing alive, but Jonathan Major's career, ain't no one seen a free fall faster than that. Welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idle, and The Flash apparently made some sort of splash at the cinema event, and it's all over Twitter. People praising Ezra Miller and praising this film. It's quite frankly sickening. You know your boy Leon ain't gonna go to the theaters to see this Flash movie. I'm not gonna watch it at all. Not even gonna pirate it to give some sort of review or anything like that. This movie don't even get that sort of level of respect. Oh, whoopie-doo, Michael Keaton's back. Don't give a damn. Ezra Miller's in this, and while I'm not one for cancel culture, while I do not think individuals should be canceled when, there's just sort of allegations, it's a bit more than allegations with Ezra Miller, and the dude's getting off scot-free when we've seen people far bigger go down for far less over mere accusations a lot of the time. Let's go ahead and take a look at Twitter and check out these sickos and freaks praising this dude. So right here, we got Scott Mance, and Scott Mance says, "The Flash is awesome, one of the very best DC movies." First of all, that ain't particularly hard to do, and even if it is one of the best DC movies, why are you supporting it on account of, what did I say at the beginning, Ezra goddamn Miller? But alright, let's say it is one of the best DC movies. What else you got to say? A perfect blend of action, heart, and humor. So many wow and chill-inducing moments that longtime DC fans will love. First of all, Scott Mance, I won't lie, I don't know who you are, but I got a sneaking suspicion you're not a longtime DC fan, because longtime DC fans don't love this individual who is the real-life Reverse Flash playing the Flash. Ezra Miller is superb, twice actually, and Michael Keaton's still got it. Well, again, no one doubted that Michael Keaton still got it. He's been in other movies since Batman. We all know Michael Keaton still got it. But that's not a good enough reason to support this several $100 million movie. I swear, if this movie breaks over $1 billion at the box office, if this movie doesn't flop, then you have failed America. In fact, you have failed worldwide global audiences. This movie cannot be allowed to make money, because there needs to be some consequences. Look, I get it. Jonathan Majors may or may not have hit a woman, his girlfriend, whatever. They're allegations. I am the favor of, innocent until proven guilty. Ezra Miller, on the other hand, we got full-blown video and lots of evidence to back up what he did. But no, he gets to get off scot-free and make his, billion-dollar movie or whatever. Now, I'm not going to get into the Jonathan Majors stuff too much until some other comments that I've read, because they do bring it up. But the fact that we already have a critic here praising Ezra Miller, knowing full well what Ezra Miller has done, I'm sorry, that's pretty sick and disingenuous. But it ain't just Scott Mance. Scott Mance ain't the only one pulling this bogus. Let's check out another. Very next tweet, Scott Menzel. There must just be something about people being named Scott and immediately being just retards who will simp for Ezra Miller. The Flash is hands down one of the best superhero films of all time. Alright, full stop. Even if Ezra Miller wasn't a complete sicko, potential groomer, and woman beater, I'd still have trouble believing that. You're trying to tell me that The Flash is up there with like Spider-Man 2 and Logan? I'm sorry, that's a pretty high bar. I don't care how much you love yourself some Zack Snyder movies or The Flash or whatever. I'm gonna need to see some proof. Oh wait, I won't be seeing proof. I won't be watching this film. The Flash is the ultimate movie-going experience, as it has a little bit of everything. Action, emotion, heart, and humor. Isn't that what the other guy literally said? Action, heart, and humor, and they're both named Scott, but they're not the same guy. These are written in a damn factory. I guarantee it. This is some chat GPT crap. Like, they gotta be paid to use specific words if they're out here really trying to shill for this movie. They're almost, you can't come up with more than just emotion, heart, action. Like, okay, yeah, the movie probably has that, but you're a critic. Aren't you paid? Isn't your job to write for a living? You can't come up with some synonyms that have a bit more zam wham bow to them. It's a comic book movie. Use some, I don't know, onomatopoeia. Ezra Miller is phenomenal as dual Barry Allens. Michael Keaton and Sasha Cale are very good also. This is a film that audiences will be watching over and over again. Oh, and avoid all the spoilers you can for this movie, because there's some really incredible surprises that will truly blow you away. I cannot wait to see this again. Can you simp any harder, Scotty? Why is this being supported? What does he have on you? I gotta know. Scotty, I don't know your sexual orientation. let's just say you're straight. I'm gonna assume you're straight, and that, you got a wife that maybe you haven't banged in several months because you're plowing your secretary. Did Ezra catch you? Does he know that you're plowing your secretary and he's telling, hey, I'm the fastest man alive. I'm gonna speed on over to your home, tell your wife right in front of your kids that you were just fucking the secretary's brains out unless you write an absolutely stellar review of my movie. Yeah, that sounds like the sort of threat that someone who grooms children and beats women would make to a married man. Like I said, I'm just making up the scenario. I don't know if Scott Menzel's married, gay, straight, has kids, whatever. The point is, there's some serious shilling going on. It's got to be coming top down. Steve Weintraub, another blue check mark, I assume a critic. The Flash is fantastic. I know Ezra Miller has made a lot of mistakes, but they are so good in this movie. They are so good. No, he is in this movie. I get it. You want to have your pronouns, you want them to be respected. Earn the respect. I'll respect someone's pronouns, but the moment you, like I've said multiple times, beat children, hold a gun to a child, groom children, start a cult, you lost the privileges to be called they, them, or whatever. Ezra Miller's a dude, and he belongs in an all-men's prison. This ain't up for debate. He is straight up using that they, them bogus as a diversity shield, because you can't fire or say anything bad about a they, them, LGBT, diversity hire type individual, because then you're the transphobe, or you're the homophobe, or you're the whatever-ist or phobe, and you're going to come under fire from Twitter for people who can't handle the fact that, yeah, people in the LGBT community ain't always saints. Some of them just use that as a shield to do bad shit, like what Ezra Miller did. I'm sorry, I don't like the fact you're calling them they. And to say Ezra Miller's made a lot of mistakes, he has broken the law multiple times in egregious ways. Or you just say, I know he's made a lot of mistakes. Alright, so you're admitting that you're cool with grooming and woman beating. Colin Farrell made a lot of mistakes. Dude was a drunken asshole, on drugs a lot of the time, made movie sets nightmares. Those are a lot of mistakes. But to my knowledge, and I could be wrong, Colin Farrell was not a menace to society in a way that literally harmed people and was caught on film doing it and then getting off scot-fucking-free. Peter Safran, which is the guy that runs Warner Bros., says Ezra Miller gives an amazing performance in The Flash, with Andy Muschietti adding that they, once again, there's that they shit, no, he is one of the best actors they've worked with. Again, I got trouble believing that. This has nothing to do with my like bias against him for all the crimes. One of the best actors they've worked with. I'm sorry. What has this dude been in that he's really showed just some amazing acting range? He was in some Harry Potter films and in some cape shit. That ain't hard. Any monkey can do that. I'm sure you can go down to the zoo, pick out some random gorilla that's got like a little less of a beer gut than all the others, put him in the Captain America suit. You'll still get people to show up because it's a damn Captain America movie. So no, I don't believe that Ezra Miller is one of the best actors this director or whoever has worked with. You just gotta say all this nice shit because somehow this fake diversity shield LGBT having mofo is holding you guys hostage with something. And yeah, I'm sounding conspiratorial, and I'm not saying he's actually holding them hostage with something. I don't know if you can tell that I'm being hyperbolic. My point is, you all are afraid of criticizing someone because of what they identify as. You couldn't even cancel this movie. Now, I get it. You put a lot of money into this movie. Even so, where is the line? I mean, let's say that Hugh Jackman, raped a bunch of women and beat them and held a gun to a child. Would you cancel a Wolverine movie? Because Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, he's a straight white dude. Hugh Jackman would be going to jail. Now, granted, I don't know how he would get a gun to hold a child. He lives in Australia, which has some of the stupidest gun laws in the world. But let's just say he was able to get his, 2.5-foot claws on a gun and held it to a child after, viciously attacking women. No. Homeboy probably would be in jail, and the new Wolverine movie would be canceled. Goodbye, Deadpool 3. That's simple. So, Ezra Miller is absolutely getting by on a diversity LGBT shield, and that ain't right. I don't care what Peter Safran says. The guy's a money guy. Of course, when a movie costs, $500 million to make or whatever, he's gonna say whatever he needs to make a return on that investment, considering how DC has made, no money the last decade or so. Yeah. But let's get some actual authenticity and genuine individuals in here. So let's keep looking. I'm sure someone's got something negative to say about Ezra. Robert Byer Burnett. Listen, he's a pretty based individual. I mean, he shows up on a lot of podcasts that are often incorrectly labeled right-wing. Maybe he'll have a fair and balanced take. Let's take a look. The Flash is wildly entertaining, a tone reminiscent of some of your favorite 80s movies. One I'm thinking of is cleverly worked in the film itself. Ezra Miller's winning performance. Damn it! Even you, R&B? Again, if you like this movie, if you saw a screening of this movie and you liked it, fine. Stop speaking the mofo's name. He hasn't earned it. He doesn't deserve it. He shouldn't even be in this movie. They could have recast, reshot. It's already an incredibly expensive movie. What's a little bit more? Finally, we're getting some common damn sense up in here. Pluto says the difference in treatment between Ezra Miller and Jonathan Majors is fucking wild. Amen, Pluto. Eligible Wanda here says, so are we just going to ignore the fact that Ezra Miller is an abuser because some of you want to see a 70-year-old man in a Batman suit? Once again, spot on. And I've said it before, I'm no fan of cancel culture. I absolutely took, Louis C.K.'s side. I loathe Aziz Ansari, but you know what? I took his side when that bullcrap Me Too stuff happened, even though there was no proof. It was literally just a bad date. Whether I like the person or don't like the person, I don't want to see any of that cancel culture stuff. But when you have effectively verifiable proof and it's not just allegations, look, canceling someone's taking away their career. I don't want Ezra's career taken away. I want him sent to jail. This ain't okay, and it's very clear why he's getting this special treatment. So, yeah, this is absolute bogus. Let's keep looking. Def Noodle's got a pretty good take. How Ezra Miller is about to be all over TV promoting this soon-to-be summer blockbuster after literally beating the shit out of two women, threatening a child with a gun, and going on a maniac rampage that far exceeds Kanye West without facing any criminal consequences is beyond me. But he got therapy, guys. He got the mental health he needed. After 2 years of being a monster, he got mental help. Yeah, no. It's beyond me too, defo. Olivia Rondo says, Ezra Miller proves the only thing a male predator abuser has to do to escape being canceled in Hollywood is to identify as non-binary. Hitting that nail on the head, Olivia. Marcus, CEO of Teen Titans, says, this is good news, but can we talk about the blatant racism behind the canceling of Jonathan Majors versus Ezra Miller? Like, the first offense Ezra Killer made was assaulting a woman on video, and then to go on and terrorize another woman, yet he still gets his movie deals. Be fucking serious. Now, I'm going to push back a little on this. It is not blatant racism. Jonathan Majors is not getting treated worse than Ezra Miller because Jonathan Majors is black. No, Ezra Miller is getting treated better than Jonathan Majors because Ezra Miller is non-binary. You see, in the oppression Olympics, yeah, black people, they may or may not get away with stuff. It depends. Black people, they just aren't oppressed enough anymore because now the real oppressed individuals are the LGBT community, the trans individuals, the non-binaries, the people who identify as gender who gives a fuck. And that is why Ezra Miller is getting special treatment. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact that Jonathan Majors is black. Frankly, Jonathan Majors is getting treated really no different than Louis C.K. Very, very pale individual. Quite a bit different in stature than Jonathan Majors. But they're getting treated effectively the same. However, Ezra Miller? Nah, he's getting this shield not because he's got lighter skin, but because he doesn't have he, him pronouns. Well, first of all, yes, he does, whether he wants to admit or not. He got those he, him pronouns when he was born with a dick between his legs. But yeah, let's take the racism talk out of this and talk about what it truly is. People being afraid to criticize anyone in the LGBT movement, community, whatever you want to call it. I think I'm going to call this one here. This video got me a little bit charged up. It's too early in the morning for this sort of thing. I don't want to be all insane in the membrane on a Wednesday morning like this. I mean, we got the midweek hump. It should be so easy to be in a good mood. But then you see crap like this on Twitter. So, it is what it is. I want to know what you guys think, because you clearly know my opinions on the matter. So please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, or let me know on Twitter, where you can find me at BoltTheWord. I am a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day, so I would love for you to subscribe. We did get over that 800 subscriber hump. I can't believe it. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single subscription. I truly do. That makes us that much closer to 1,000. I would love to get there. So thank you. Please do subscribe. I don't only cover superhero news. I cover anything nerdy. Magic the Gathering, video games, anime, you name it. It's all here in the Nerdosphere. And this has been Words of Paradise.